Hey guys, and today in this video, I'm going to be playing Fallout 76, and I have not played this game since the beta, which was in November. I made 6 episodes on it, 7 videos about it, and yeah. So, I don't know what's going on. So let's take a look at our quests here. Okay, it looks like we got a few. Let's just... Okay, let's undo that. Let's just go with our main quest for now. Right? Continue playing. So that is an event, and that is... Okay, let's just head to Mortontown. How were we doing on carry weight? So if you guys can't tell, I don't remember anything from when I started playing. That is so weird, guys. Why are they just sitting there? That's kind of creepy. Oh my gosh, that actually kind of scared me. I'm getting red. Dang it, I can't be making my shots, guys. I'm gonna die. Oh my.
Overseer's log. Boils down. I used to love coming here on weekends, taking flight lessons. Now it feels like I walked into a nightmare. Those scorched things are everywhere. I kept quiet. They didn't see me. I managed to observe them for a bit. Whatever this disease is, it seems to completely take over its host. The ones that used to be human, eventually they go rigid, like some kind of stasis. And if they stay like that for too long, they sort of burn up from the inside out. Vesuvius in reverse. I wonder what could possibly cause all this. And then I got my answer. It swooped down from the sky, screeching, breathing, infecting everything. I don't know how to fight this. But we need to consider all our options. Even find the source of this scorched plague and wipe it from the map before it can leave Appalachia. But first things first, we can't let the disease spread to us. Looks like the responders were developing some kind of inoculation. I'm going to pick up their work. You should too. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Okay, guys. Okay, we don't have any bullets for that, so I think we're just gonna keep using our hunting rifle, but if we need to, we could always switch to that shotgun. I'm kind of happy that we found one. I'm pretty happy that we found that. So, make sure you guys go watch my other videos on this if you're, pretty confused on what's happening. Okay, learn about the Inclination Project. So where is that? Okay, it's just over there. Okay, oof, that's gross. Okay, I just want to sneak past all these guys. Ah, oh my. Got one. Dang it, I keep missing my shots, guys. I'll take it. I'll take that one too. Let's just go in here. Hide. Now, because I need to take some sort of aid. How we doing on rats? Okay, we're fine. That's good. Stim pack. I forgot that that's what we use in Fallout. Ooh. Okay, so my hunting rifle is broken. It's about to break. Okay. Do I have any more hunting rifles? Okay, I don't. We might have to switch to the shotgun. Let me just get some grenades, because...
I repeat, all responders report to Morgantown Airport right away. Bring any weapons you can. The Scorched are coming, and there's a lot of them. Hurry, there's not much time. Chavez out. Message will repeat.
Don't want to get any rats. Okay, well, we need to get to learn about the Inclination Project. I don't got much time left with you guys because I have to go soon. Looks like it should just be just inside here. Okay, learn about the Inclination Project announcement. Folks, I've got some exciting news to share. As you all know, Dr. Hudson has been continuing her research in the lab at AVR Medical. Well, She just reported in to let us know that she's made a significant breakthrough, and it looks like an inclination against the Scorched Plague could soon become a reality. Wait, what? Okay, sorry. Let's all keep our fingers crossed and make sure to do everything we can to help Clary complete her work. Our very survival depends on it. Jeff. Okay, so let's look at the Scorched research. So, on the introduction, we have: those of us struggling to survive in the post-war world face countless threats. The search for the safe and sustainable sources of food and water would be enough to challenge anyone. But the strange mutated creatures appearing throughout the region greatly increase the danger of day-to-day life. None of these threats, however, compare to the Scorched. To better understand these monsters of the wasteland, I've spent time observing them, gathering information from those individuals lucky enough to survive first-hand encounters with the Scorched. Scorched beasts, the name of the creature, name of the conjurer's terrifying image of huge mutated bats that poison the ground and wrap living creatures into deadly thralls. We first learned about the Scorched beasts from the Brotherhood of Steel, whose soldiers encountered the creatures on to the southwest east. I'm so sorry, guys. At first, nobody believed that what they were describing could be real. We thought it was a bull story, giving the Brotherhood an excuse to commandeer our ammo and supplies. You were wrong. I'll never forget the first time I saw one of those monstrosities. Black wings against the blood-red sunset. Talk about a reality check. I love to give a detailed explanation of what... One second. I love to give a detailed explanation of what the Scorched Plague is and how it works, but right now, we know so little. It just wouldn't be possible. Frankly, it's dang frustrating. What we do know is that living creatures can come into contact with the Scorched beasts, sometimes begin to mutate. The victim's skin turns dark, almost black, with the smell of ash. Some kind of biochemical process takes hold at this point. Lesions that burn with the intense heat begin to form on the victim's body. The affected creatures appears to be covered in smoldering embers. In the case of humans, higher mental function eventually disappears, replaced by extreme, almost. Okay, I did not know that it had more. We know far too little about these creatures, but we do know that they aren't strictly nocturnal. They also seem equally willing to move alone or in small groups. And they are highly aggressive. Worse than that, they're dangerously radioactive, which I believe is an important clue about their origin. If we even ever got a hold of one for study, I think we would learn a lot about them. Unfortunately, being anywhere close to a Scorched beast is near certain death sentence. And not just because of the radiation. I'll cover more of that in the next entry. Okay, so extreme, almost animalistic aggression. We call these creatures that are transformed in this way Scorched. Needless to say, watching a friend or a loved one go through this process is both horrifying and heartbreaking. Worse, there's almost nothing we can do about it. I say almost because we've been able to gather enough information about the Scorched Plague that we might be able to develop a vaccine against it. That's a huge maybe, but we recently found some equipment at an AVR medical center that's in pretty good shape. With the right facilities and a steady supply of Scorched to study, we might just find a way to counter this terrible disease, or possibly even reverse it. Only time will tell. Anti-Scorched techniques. I hope that by now I've made one point crystal clear. The Scorched are lethal. They are nothing less than an existential threat. If we cannot find a way to defeat them, or at the very least contain them, there's no reason to think they won't spread far and wide, transforming or destroying everything in their path. We don't know nearly enough about the Scorched to develop real tactics. What we know is so far mostly amounts to common sense approaches for dealing with any deadly predator. I'll summarize these points below. If you're unfortunate enough to encounter a Scorched beast, likely because it's decided to hunt you, do everything in your power to keep away from it. If you've got a gun and can find an enclosed space to fire from, that's ideal. Scorched beaks are too big to fit in small spaces. Remember that Scorched beaks emit strong radiation that coupled with their powerful bite should compel you to keep your distance at all costs. If you've got no other choice, you should at least consider using some Rad-X before you engage the creature at close range. Scorched humans are savage and deadly. While their abilities to speak is limited, don't think they're mindless. They retain enough intelligence and memory to use guns and other weapons, and they're hostile to just about everything they perceive as potential threat. Fight the Scorched as you would a raider, albeit one with a deadly plague. Of vital importance is keeping your distance to minimize the risk of infection. Stay in cover when you can, but give ground when you need to. Do not let them get close. I know that's not much to go on. There's still so much we don't know about these creatures. Hopefully it will help at least a little. This concludes my report. Okay, my bad again. I'm not gonna read these guys, but you can pause it. So pause 3, 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Pause. Pause 3, 2, 1. Sad.
While you're here, ask the doctors if they have any special supply requests. After that, head over to the control tower for your last stop. As you can clearly see, we need to constantly restock all of these supplies to keep our heads above water. And there's just no signs of it getting any quieter anytime soon. The control tower is on the tarmac, and it's your final patrol stop. I am so glad we established the volunteer program. We've gotten many good responder volunteers this way. DASA does good work in Flatwoods.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I was just in. No, I Well, okay, guys. Thank you guys all for watching this video. My name is Spider Monkey, and make sure to follow my Twitter, which is down in the description. And make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new or you haven't subscribed yet. And my name is Spider Monkey, and I'm signing off. Peace.